Reading can mean a lot of things to a lot of people, but for some researchers, it is actually a science. So I have a book which is called The Science of Reading, a handbook. This is by Blackwell Publishing. It was published in 2005. So even though it is an old book, but it is still relevant. Uh, my claim would be irrelevant because I haven't read this book thoroughly. I have read only few of the articles here. So first of all, I want to read out the contents from here, contents headings from here, so that you can have some idea what this book is about. So the first part is about word recognition process in reading. So we have an editorial part, modeling reading, the dual route approach, connectionist approaches to reading, visual word recognition, theories and findings, the question of phonology and reading, eye movements during reading. Part 2 consists of learning to read and spell. So we have another editorial part, theories of learning to read, writing systems and spelling development, development of sight word reading, phases and findings, predicting individual differences in learning to read, social correlates of emergent literacy, literacy and cognitive change, reading comprehension in part 3, comprehension, the acquisition of reading comprehension skill, children's reading comprehension difficulties. Part 4 is about reading in different languages. So it starts with orthographic systems and skilled word recognition, early reading development in European orthographies, learning to read in Chinese, the nature and causes of dyslexia in different languages. Part 5 is about disorders of reading and spelling. So we have this one, developmental dyslexia, learning to read with a hearing impairment, learning to read with a language impairment, acquired disorders of reading, spelling disorders. Part 6 is about the biological basis of reading, genetics of dyslexia, functional brain imaging studies of skill reading and developmental dyslexia. Part 7 is about teaching reading. It consists of only 2 chapters. Teaching children to read. What do we know about how to do it? Recent discoveries on remedial interventions for children with dyslexia. Um, you can have some glimpses of ideas that what this book is about, but in order to really understand it, you will have to read it out. I got so fascinated by the title of this book and by its contents. I actually went out and printed out the whole book because, in Bangladesh, you are not actually going to get any book you want. So I want to show you how this book came out in print. So look, this is the book. This is how thick this is. Anyways, so I would recommend anybody who is interested in reading this sort of books should actually give it a try. Give it a try. I guess you can find it on Amazon and on other platforms. Maybe you can find it find it somewhere else, which I don't know about. Anyways, I guess this should do.